It's time for the match game, Hollywood Squares Hour, with Jay Leno. And our salute to the 50s, from the many loves of Dobie Gillis, Bob Denver. From the adventures of Ozzie and Harriet, David Nelson. From 77 Sunset Strip, Ed Burns. From Make Room for Daddy, Angela Cartwright. And the stars of the match game Hollywood Squares Hour, Gene Rayburn and John Bauman.
How do you do? Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. We're ready to begin if you are. Thank you. Cut. Aren't you glad you came? Yeah. Now, this means a lot to me to see Ed Burns and Bob Denver and David Nelson and this beautiful woman here, because I remember their shows with a great deal of warmth and affection. We're saluting the 50s this week, and in the late 50s and early 60s, most of these people were on the air with series. Jay, you weren't even born yet, were you?
No, I was just a gleam, so to speak, there. Now, what is that on your jacket there? Is that the name of the rental outfit?
It's a rent, yeah, that's right. You go to this place and they give you these blazers. And
I see. Well,
very
that's good.
It's a pleasure to have all of you here with us, and let's begin the match game by introducing our two players here. We have Zachary Nessis and Blaine McFadden. Yes. Okay. We're going to find out about Zachary first. Tell us a little bit about you, please.
Well, I'm originally from Brooklyn, New York.
Yeah.
And I lived in Canada. I've been in Los Angeles the last 7 years. I studied cinema at USC, and I currently read scripts.
You just read them for yourself, for your own amusement, or for someone?
I read them for a brokerage house.
Oh.
They finance films, and I just tell them what I think about them.
How many a week do you read?
About 10.
Quite a job. He's got quite a job there. It's a very difficult job to maintain some objectivity about those scripts after you read them. Okay, Zachary, good luck here. Blaine, let's hear about you.
Well, I live on Balboa Island, and I'm a theater student at UC Irvine, where I'll be graduating in June. Yay!
Yay! Gonna be glad to get out of school?
Yes, very. And for fun, I like to tap dance.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Is that difficult?
No, not really. You just can't think about it too hard, and it just kind of...
Is it good exercise?
Oh, yeah. It's good for your...
Can I learn?
Sure, yeah.
Teach me a step.
Well, do you want me to...
Come on out here. Come right out here. Come out here. Come over here. Okay.
Oh, God. Okay. Let's see. What can I teach you? Okay, how about Shuffle Off to Buffalo?
I don't care. Let's go.
Okay, you have to flap. Wait a minute. Let me try to do it. Wait, let me think.
I thought you said you were a tap dancer.
Well, wait. I have to break it down in my head. Okay, wait.
Break it down in your head. Can we give her a little music?
Okay, well...
Yeah, we have a lot of people to see today. Thank you very much. Yeah, we have a lot of people. If you could leave your picture,
I've asked you to do a little too much here. It's too tough to do it on short notice, but thank you anyway. All right. Major Bowes. Round and round she goes, and where she stops, nobody knows. Let's begin the match game here. You'll have 3 chances to match as many of the ding-a-lings as you can, and the winner will go on to challenge our returning player on Hollywood Squares for a chance to win up to $30,000. Zachary won the toss. You go first.
I'll take A.
All right. Here it is.
Ed who?
Hey, that's pretty good.
John.
Okay. The Slav family. Thank you. The Slav family are the world's sloppiest eaters. They even eat blank with their fingers. Slav family. World's sloppiest eaters. All right.
Bobby Van was a heck of a tap dancer.
Oh, he was wonderful. I'll never forget the night I saw him on Broadway.
Yeah.
No Nanette.
Yeah.
He stopped the show with, I'm trying to think of the name of his partner. Shall we go, Jay? Okay. Zachary. The Slav family are the world's sloppiest eaters. They even eat blank with their fingers.
Steak.
Steak. Zachary.
Come on, everybody eats steak with their fingers.
Yeah, that's a possibility, you see. You've eaten a piece of steak with your fingers, haven't you?
Never.
Never? What would be more unlikely to eat with your fingers than steak?
More steak.
All right. He says steak. Let's see if it happens here. David?
I said spaghetti.
Spaghetti would be very difficult to eat with your fingers. All right, Jay?
Well, I had also pasta with super salad extra, and you get coffee and a roll.
Right. Eat it all with your fingers.
Yeah, and that's only between 4 and 6.
Right, gotcha. Thank you, Jay. Ed?
I have pasta.
Pasta. You gonna help out your compatriot there from Brooklyn?
I had soup.
Soup
with
is a
spaghetti and coffee and a roll, or salad, only between 4 and 6.
That's the answer. What do you say, Angela?
And I have soup.
Yeah, very good.
Soup for two.
Bob?
Yeah, me too. Soup.
Lower tier had soup. Now that would be sloppy, wouldn't it?
Pretty sloppy.
Pretty sloppy.
wonder if
Sloppier
they
than
cheese
steak. Blaine, you ready?
Yes.
Father O'Brien said. He says, I think the Godfather must have come to church this morning. I just found a blank in the collection plate. Okay, Ed?
Yeah.
Blaine. Father O'Brien said, I think the Godfather must have come to church this morning. I just found a blank in the collection plate.
A corpse.
A corpse.
No.
Not
Was
great.
he eating steak with his fingers? When he was...
Yeah, eating a corpse, eating steak with his finger. David?
I said horse's head.
Horse's head. Remember that in the book, in the movie? Jay?
Well, I had a gun.
A gun in the collection
Sure.
plate. All right, gun or bullets or anything like that?
Make
Yes,
that
sir.
2 guns.
2 guns. 2 guns and 1 horse's head so far, Blaine. John?
Of course, wasn't eating steak with his fingers. He was tap dancing.
Right.
I said horse's head.
There it is. Angela.
I said bullet.
A bullet is good in the collection plate. Bob?
I said machine gun.
So there we are at the end of round 1, and neither one of you scored, but one of you will score soon, I guarantee you that. Right now, we got this message for you.
The blank blue index card. Boring. But add stars and it becomes dazzling. Irreverent.
He put it in her cleavage.
Hysterical. And downright valuable. Match Game. It's where all cards aspire to be. Tune in weekdays at 5 on Buzzer.
Smile Direct at SmileDirectClub.com.
Here we go with round 2. Since the score is tied and he went first last time, Blaine, we ask you to go first this time.
I'll go with B.
All right. Tough Tony is really tough. What powerful lungs. I'm going to have to give each one of you a physical examination after the show. I'll tell you how tough he is. Instead of using aftershave, he just splashes a handful of blank on his face. Tough. No aftershave. Nothing wrong with that. People come up with good answers, and you're very hesitant to... All right, Blaine. Tough Tony is really tough. Instead of using aftershave, he just splashes a handful of blank on his face.
Turpentine?
Turpentine is one possibility. A little esoteric. It's good, but a little esoteric.
Oh, it works the same way on certain items, but I said gasoline.
Gasoline is good. Yeah. Jay?
Although a petroleum derivative, like turpentine, I chose gasoline.
Gasoline. We have 2 of those so far, Ed.
We're talking about a tough man here, right?
Very tough.
Acid.
Oh. That's really tough, Ed. How tough was he, John?
Pretty tough, you know. Blaine, you can match me now or you can match me later, but it's going to have to be later because I said motor oil.
Motor oil.
Yeah.
We're after something a little more astringent.
Mommy,
That's not astringent enough. Do you have an astringent?
Pardon me?
Oh, he was tough. Acid.
Acid is very astringent. Yes, sir, Bob?
Yeah, well, I said Clorox.
Clorox.
Yeah, a little bleach under the oven.
Yeah. Oh, well. One of you will get the hang of it soon. Zachary?
Eventually.
Now, you sure you two just don't want to take a home game and call it even?
Susie said, my doctor said I'm suffering from whale syndrome. Every time I drink water, it spouts out of my blank. All right, David. Zachary. Susie said, my doctor said I'm suffering from whale syndrome. Every time I drink water, it spouts out of my blank.
Nose.
Nose. All right. Might happen. One never knows. David?
I started to write that down, and I switched my mind, but then I came back and wrote
Nose. One for Zachary. Jay?
Well, I also, in that dreaded Shelley Winters disease, I had belly button.
Belly button. Ed?
Nose over here.
All right. We got two of those.
Over here. Yeah. See.
Two for Zachary. Anything for Zachary?
There are only 4 oceans, and water spouting out of my nose would create a 5th. So, I said navel.
Navel is good. Don't boo it. Navel is not a booable answer. All right, Angela.
Well, they don't understand that it's belly button, you see.
Oh.
I said nose.
All right. 3 for Zachary. What do you say, Bob Denver?
Nose have it.
The nose. So there we are at the end of round 2, 4-0. Zachary has jumped into the lead, and the third and final round right after this.
If you have a child who
shows you care.
Third and final round. Zachary, you're ahead. You go first.
A, please.
2 people play, Jay and John.
All right.
Susie said, last night, I went out with a rhinestone cowboy. And this morning, I found a rhinestone in my blank. Splendid. All right.
Taxes your brain, doesn't
Don't back up. Because if you do, you'll fall into the canal. Wow. You got your water with you? All right. Zachary. Susie said last night I went out with a rhinestone cowboy. This morning I found a rhinestone in my blank.
Belly button.
Belly button. All right. He said belly button. That's one possibility. There are a couple of other good ones.
I didn't realize they'd become this intimate on the first date.
No.
These two. Since I had given belly button for the last answer, I said in the bed.
All right.
And the
That's
rhinestone
all right.
in the bed.
Oh, that bed is a perfectly good response.
That's right.
Perfect.
We'll turn the car around right now and go home if this is continuing.
All right, John.
Yeah? Oh, well, since I had given belly button for the last answer, I said navel.
All right.
Ah, quick learners. They're a quick study.
Now, Blaine.
Yes.
Here's the way it is. You need 5 to tie, Zachary. However, if you get 6, you will win. It's possible. It is possible.
Well, I hope so.
Velma said, my new doctor is really weird. I'll tell you how weird he was. Instead of hanging his first dollar on the wall, he hung his first blank on the wall.
It's been done before.
That's it. Just helping him out with spelling. That's it. That's it.
I grew up in the movies. I never went to school.
Didn't you go to school on the
No,
lot?
hardly ever. I'm a high school dropout. Look where it landed me.
All right, put it in the slot, and we'll go to Blaine. Velma said, my new doctor is really weird. Instead of hanging his first dollar on the wall, he hung his first blank on the wall.
Patient.
Patient is good. They like that one.
Thank you.
She said patient. Pretty good answer.
How do you spell patient?
P-A-T-I-E-N-T. Very good. Hello. Got to match everybody, Blaine.
Oh, boy. You ever see those certificates I have on the wall in the doctor's office?
What do they say?
I read one once. It said, you may already be a winner. You know, it was just... I thought it was a diploma. It was a Publishers Clearinghouse sweepstakes. Patient!
There it is. 5-2 the score. Ed.
Patient.
Patient. Uh-oh. All right, John.
I'm sorry, Blaine. I said knee tap. Oh, patient.
5-4. One more to tie.
Patient.
Patient it is. Bob.
Oh, no.
It's all up to you.
No, I was
the
gonna-
whole game is on your shoulders at this moment.
I know, and I was going to say patient, so I did.
On that red mark there, I'll get to you in a second. Hey, Zach, nice to meet you.
Thank you very much.
Good
Nice
luck
meeting
to you. We'll send some gifts to Zachary Nessis. Hey there. How do you feel?
I feel pretty good.
Good. All right, now we're going to switch to Hollywood Squares. Here comes the rest of our furniture. John and I will trade places. We'll bring 3 more stars in from the right over here. We've got a lot of excitement coming your way. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
A member of our studio audience will receive a 19-inch color TV, keyboard control, electronic tune, 3 automatic color systems, and automatic light sensor furnished by Montgomery Ward. And now, it's time for more of the match game, Hollywood Squares Hour, with more of our salute to the 50s. Troy Donahue. Fabian. From Father Knows Best, Eleanor Donahue. And taking over, the star of the Hollywood Squares, John Bauman.
And I know best, and we'll be back to play Hollywood Squares in a minute. Stick with us.
Nearly 110 million. The Mirror.
And now, John Bauman and the Hollywood Squares.
Well, she started out as a corpse. She was resurrected, turned into a patient, and much to, I think, your own surprise, made it through the match game.
Yeah, I was really surprised.
Yeah, well, you tap danced your way through. We have brand new celebrities with us. Troy Donahue. Welcome. Eleanor Donahue. And once more, Fabian Donahue. Who is, in fact, Fabian Forte. We ascertained yesterday that that is your real name.
That is true.
You did not change your name to Fabian.
No.
And you have something going on now called Fabian's, cleverly enough, Good Time Rock and Roll. What is it?
Well, we did about 30 shows last year. We'll be doing 40 shows this year. We play all over the country and Canada, mainly state fairs, theme parks, and concert halls. And we're having, to coin a phrase, a good time.
Well, I mean, I'm asking you for the benefit of our audience at home. I know all about it, believe me, as someone who's been through this for a long time with Sha Na Na. And it's a lot of fun being on the road.
You have, guys like yourself and the whole group, Sha Na Na, has helped us along with the advent of Sha Na Na, Happy Days, and people like that. We appreciate it very much.
Well, use is welcome. Why don't Use and Eyes goes over here and play some Hollywood Squares? Blaine? Here we go. And here she is. In 4 short days, she has accumulated the total of $65,950, and her name is Maria Rasul. She is the all-time champ on our show. She broke that record yesterday. And I think I should remind everyone, probably including you, that what she does for a living is that she's a grocery checker.
Was.
So she's in marketing, is what you're saying.
My question for you exactly. Now, that's an awful lot of groceries to check. You going to go back to your job when you're done here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure am back there.
What do you think they're going to have to say to you?
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Here's your apron, and let's play Hollywood Squares. We're going to play the game until you hear the time's up bell. Whoever is ahead is the winner, logically enough. Goes on to play Super Match. That's worth up to $30,000. And for the first time in a long time, we gave away that $30,000 yesterday to you. Our first game's worth $100, $25 for every square. Champ, you get to start. Pick a star, and let's go.
Jay, please.
Jay in the center. You're a female firefly.
All right. It's better than being a marsupial last week. Go ahead. Or the other day.
Now, when mating time rolls around, how are you going to select your husband? By the way he flies? Or by the way he flashes?
I find both of those ways really shallow.
Oh, so you're a sensitive female.
Yeah,
I understand.
Now, what are my choices again?
Oh, by the way he flies or the way he flashes?
I would say, by the way he flashes, obviously. I have to draw a correlation if I see a woman flying that doesn't interest me, but if she flashes,
right.
All right.
So you're assuming it's a firefly in a raincoat.
Yeah. So I will go with flashes. Yeah, sure, why not?
He says a female firefly selects her mate by the way he flashes. Agree or disagree, Maria?
I disagree.
She selects her mate by the way he flashes. You should have agreed with Jay Leno, who apparently really is a female firefly. Because you knew this. Yeah. Your opponent gets the first square. Good for you, Blaine. You got a little gift there, and now it's time to get one on your own. Pick a star.
Okay, Eleanor.
Eleanor Donahue. What's inside a Mexican jumping bean that makes it jump? Is it little bugs or trapped gas?
Oh, now that's silly.
Well,
yeah, it's a little bug.
Well, let's follow the bean through its logical conclusion. That would make it the second one, wouldn't it? Right?
Eleanor Donahue says that what's inside a Mexican jumping bean is little bugs. Agree or disagree, Blaine?
I'll agree.
Little bugs it is. Yes, you're right to agree, and you get another square. Okay, Maria, what's your logical conclusion at this moment?
Angela to block, please.
You missed this one. It's a lead for your opponent. Just before the wedding, your fiancé meets your mother, and he drops dead on the spot.
Now the good news.
Put out the dinner plate.
Now, according to Emily Post, do you get to keep your presents or do you have to give them back?
Oh.
Yeah, that's the first thing. The owner of the gift
Yes, that
you ought to know
definitely was. I think you need to send them back.
Okay, so if your fiancé drops dead, you have to give the presents back. Agree or disagree, Maria? To block.
I agree.
According to Emily Post, you can keep the presents.
Oh,
You should have disagreed. Your opponent gets that square and wins the first game. Yes, Jay. Hold on, guys. Jay has something to add.
You're also allowed to rifle through his pockets for change, too. It's also part of the deal.
Okay, think about what else might happen to him during this commercial break, and we will be back to play a $200 game after these messages.
Stay tuned for more of the Match Game Hollywood Squares Hour.
From the creators of the...
That's myphoto.com.
Now back to John Bauman and the Hollywood Square.
Well, Maria's been getting more relaxed every day now that she's got $65,000. The question is she too relaxed? Because this is the first time in a long time you've been behind, isn't it? 175-0, but we start a $200 game with you.
Jay, please.
Jay Leno, how many parachutes are carried on a jetliner? Enough for everyone? Enough for just the crew? Or none?
I think first class coach, and then economy, it's every man for himself, pretty much at that point. How many are carried? What is it? Enough for?
Everyone? just the crew, or none?
There are none. You're supposed to use your little seat as a flotation device. There you
Agree or disagree, Maria?
I agree.
There are no parachutes carried on a jetliner. You're right to agree, and you get the square. Thanks to Jay and his little seat. Blaine, your move.
I'll go with Angela.
Angela Cartwright for an O. Can a horse actually get a cough? Or is that something that could only happen to Mr. Ed?
No, a horse can't get a cough.
I agree.
Blaine says she agrees, and a horse, in fact, can get a cough. She is perfectly right to agree, and she gets the O. So we got an X and an O, and you got to place another X.
Fabian, please.
Fabi baby, according to Love, Sex, and the Single Man, on a first date, will joking about sex all evening make your date feel more relaxed? Or is it best not to bring it up?
First date, make her uncomfortable, or don't bring it up at all. I would advise not to bring it up.
Agree or disagree, Maria?
I agree.
Don't bring it up. You are right to agree, and you get the square. What a dignified ensemble. Blaine, your move for an O.
Jean to block.
You missed this one. The game and the lead goes over to Maria. Gene Rayburn, what's older, Barbra Streisand or the first nose job?
First nose job came along long before Barbra Streisand.
I missed it. Agree or disagree, Blaine?
I'll agree.
The first nose job is much older. You get the square and you do block. In fact, the first nose job dates back to ancient Rome. I don't know how they could have done. Well,
Yeah,
they probably
Tiberius Cohen got the first one.
But I think they threw his nose to the lions. Isn't that correct? Yeah. Maria Rasul, your move with an X.
I'd like Bob to block, please.
Okay. Now, you missed this one. It's a pretty big lead for Blaine. Bob Denver, a few months ago, Playboy magazine published a photo feature on 50-year-old Joan Collins. That month, what happened to the newsstand sales? Did they shoot upward? Or did they sag?
The newsstand sales went up. I really do.
Agree or disagree, Maria, to block?
I agree.
The newsstand sales went up. They shot upward. You're right to agree. You get the square and you do block. We're having lots of laughs here, but we also have a very tight and interesting game going with an ever-filling board. Pick a star, Blaine.
Troy to block.
Right, now it's your turn to try to block, and Maria will take the lead if you miss. Troy Donahue, does the shoe on the right foot of a right-handed person usually wear out faster than the shoe on the left foot, or do they wear out equally?
They wear out equally.
What do you say, Blaine, to block?
Could you repeat the question one more time?
Does the shoe on the right foot of a right-handed person usually wear out faster than the shoe on the left foot? Or do they wear out equally? And Troy says they wear out equally.
I'll agree.
The shoe on the right foot wears out faster. You should have disagreed with Troy. Your opponent gets that square and wins that game. So, she has forged from behind and is in the lead, at least for the moment. $300 to $225 for you, Blaine. So the shoe is on the other foot, but we're going to sweep the X's and O's off the board, and we're going to zip right along to a $300 game, which Blaine gets to start. Pick a star.
J.
According to American Health Magazine,
all right,
where do the majority of American kids first hear about the tooth fairy? From mom and dad, or from the kids on the street?
The kids on the street. No, I think, yeah, they would probably hear it from mom and dad, because how old are you when the tooth fairy? 2? How many kids are on the street at 2? Are you hanging around downtown? Kids come over, they tell you about the tooth fairy? First of all, if I'm on the street, I don't want to hear about the tooth fairy. I want to hear something else. So, of course, you hear it from mom and dad.
Jay says you hear about the tooth fairy from mom and dad. What do you say, Blaine?
I'll agree.
You hear about the tooth fairy from mom and dad. Yes, you're right to agree with Jay's superb reasoning. And get the first square in this game. You hear about mom and dad from the kids on the street, I think. We'll be back to find out what happens for the day after these messages. See you then.
Smile Direct Club. Free at SmileDirectClub.com.
$300 for the champ, $250 for the challenger. We're in the middle of a $300 game. Actually, it's just started. Maria, it's your turn for an X.
I'd like Troy Donahue, please.
Are you available, Troy?
I'm here.
Does a llama make a good pet? Or is he likely to bite the hand that feeds him?
A llama? A llama?
Yes, an L-L-A-M-A.
Well, I know Kim Novak has llamas, and they're pets of hers, and she's very fond of them, so they must make good pets, yes.
What do you say?
I agree.
Llamas make good pets. You're right to agree, and you get the square and maintain your lead. Doesn't mean you have to run right out and get one, but llamas make good pets. Blaine, your move for an O.
Fabian, please.
Fabi. Who portrayed the very first grape in the Fruit of the Loom commercials?
Frankie Avalon. Chubby Checker.
I got two choices for you. Was it Sonny Bono or Richard Simmons?
In a Fruit of the Loom commercial. Richard Simmons, or who's the other person?
Sonny Bono.
Richard Simmons.
Agree or disagree, Blaine?
I will disagree.
The very first grape in the Fruit of the Loom commercials was played by Richard Simmons. You should have agreed with Fabi, and your opponent gets that square. Maria. Pick a square.
Eleanor to win, please.
Okay, now this could give you a pretty big lead at this point in the day. Let's see what happens. Eleanor Donahue, you are a woman executive who wants to present an authoritative image. According to Dress for Success expert John T. Malloy, is it a good idea to wear a bow tie? Or is that pushing it?
Is it a leather bow tie?
I think that is pushing it just a little much. Femininity and softness while wearing a business suit is fine. No bow ties.
No bow tie, she says. Agree or disagree, Maria, for the game?
I agree.
According to Dress for Success expert John T. Malloy, it is a good idea to wear a bow tie. No. You should have disagreed. Hey, listen, none of us have ever met John T. Malloy. See, that's the trick here. We don't know what he wears. It's a good idea. You should have disagreed with Eleanor, and that is new life for you, Blaine. Pick a star.
Angela.
For the game and the lead. Angela Cartwright. Your toddler gets angry and bites you on the leg. Should you tell him firmly that biting mommy is a no-no? Or should you bite him back?
Okay, I know this one. I have a 2.5-year-old. She doesn't bite, but you say it is not okay to do that. So it's a no-no.
Say it's a no-no, she says. Agree or disagree, Blaine?
I'll agree.
For the game. You should tell your child firmly that it is a no-no. You are right to agree. You get the square, and you win the game, and you take the lead. Okay. So the plot truly thickens. It's okay, Eleanor. You did okay. It's okay. Okay, the plot is quite thick right now because it's $600 to $350 and it's a $400 game, which means you can still easily catch up. We will sweep the X's and O's off of the board and move right ahead. Maria, pick a star.
Jay, please.
Okay, Jay. Which one of these senses is the most sensitive? Your sense of taste or your sense of smell?
Well, let's see. Well, you can smell something far away, right? So obviously, if you can smell something before you can even see it, your sense of smell would be much greater than your taste.
It says your sense of smell is better than your sense of taste. Agree or disagree?
I agree.
Your sense of smell, it is. Yes, you're right to agree, and you get that square. In fact, not only is it better, it is 10,000 times more sensitive than your sense of taste. Pick a star, Blaine.
Jean.
Jean Rayburn. Mm-hmm. Can you store drinking water in a rinsed out Clorox bottle? Or will you end up bleaching your bladder?
You can do that with booze. Without, what was that?
One of those Mexican jumping beans.
In a Clorox bottle.
Oh, I think somebody's kidney just went. Well, let's see.
Can you stir drinking water in a rinsed out Clorox bottle?
No, since they add chlorine to the water, and that in effect is what Clorox is, it would not hurt. If you rinsed out the Clorox bottle, if there was a residue left on the walls, it wouldn't hurt to have a little bit of the Clorox left in there.
So it's okay?
Just, yeah, it'd be fine.
He says you can use Clorox bottles for that drinking water. What do you say, Blaine?
I'll agree.
You can, in fact, use Clorox bottles. Hey, that's great to know. Good for you. You're right to agree. You get the square. And there's an X and an O up there, and you are playing Ex Maria Rasul, your move.
Angela, please.
Okay, Angela Cartwright. Your pet poodle is choking on his kibble and bits. Does Barbara Woodhouse say you should slap the side of his jaw, or should you hold him upside down and shake?
Tell us about your St. Bernard.
Yes. I think that you would handle it like you would with a child, and I think you would pick the dog up and shake.
What do you say, Maria?
I agree.
You should hold him upside down and shake. You're right to agree, and you get that square. So, there are 2 X's and a Belvies. That time is up. She has done it. $625. Blaine McFadden is our new champ. Oh.
No problem. Thank you.
Good for you. Zip your way right over there. Join G. Rayburn for your shot at the big money. Well, that was a close one. This would have been, we can say it now, your 5th and final day anyway. Still would have been nice to get up there one more time. It really it hinged on that one question, and she got a relatively easy one about biting your kid on the leg. Didn't sound quite right to me. But, there's always some luck and skill involved in this, and you've had plenty of both this week. Your total leaving here, $66,350.
Thank you.
A new record for a very lovely person, Maria Rasul.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Here we are with a new champ. We'll be back with her and the 9 stars for Go to Big Dough right after this.
Ready to play?
1, 8, 2.
Say it again.
1,
8,
2.
Classic concentration.
You know it.
1,
8, 2. 8.
2. Having fun?
Yeah.
1,
8,
2. You're a champ. 1,
8, 2.
select in. Go ahead. 1,
8, 2. 1,
8,
2.
I'm exceptionally proud.
And now, here to play the super match is Gene Rayburn.
Thank you. Okay, Rich. Now, here we are with Blaine. This is her first day. Potentially she could be here for 5 days if she keeps on winning. And, I figured out if she won $30,000 every day, 30,000 times 5, that would be 150,000. And let's say you pick up $600-700 a day on Hollywood Squares. That could be another 5,000. You could win a lot of money, couldn't you?
Yeah.
Well, I hope you win the 30,000 today in the super match because you could win up to that much. Let's begin. We polled the studio audience not too long ago. We said, write down your best answer to this. Prince blank. $1,000 for the most popular answer. $500 for the next. $250 for the third. Who do you want to call on that?
Eleanor.
Prince Charles.
Prince Charles. All right.
Angela.
Prince William.
Prince William. All right.
And Bob.
Well, Prince Albert, you got him in the can, we'll let him out.
Prince Albert. So you have Albert, William, and Charles. You want one of those or one of your own invention?
No, I'll go with Charles.
Prince Charles. All right. The popular prince. Let's find out if Prince Charles is up there. We'll begin at the bottom and reveal the $250 response. Prince Valiant. You remember her. Anyway, the next one says Prince Charming. Terrific stars so far.
I don't even know.
That was number 3.
All right. Let's see if Prince Charles is under the $1,000 response. Here it is. Yes, it is. Got your 1,000.
I redeemed myself just a little.
Very good, Eleanor. Now, you've got $1,000. Time for the head-to-head match with any star of your choosing. And after you've chosen a star, we'll get that star to reveal the hidden number and multiply your $1,000 by whatever number is revealed. And as you full well remember, Maria yesterday chose someone who had the 30 and won the 30,000. Let's see if you can find the 30.
Well, I'll go with Eleanor again.
Eleanor might have the 30. We'll find out right now. 10,000 is what you are playing for. $10,000. All right. Here it is. Library blank. Library, library blank. She's ready. You collect the $10,000 simply by matching Eleanor. What do you say?
I'm going to say card.
You're going to say card? If I were playing, I would say card too, but I'm not playing. Eleanor is playing. What do you say?
Now, I really don't know what if I have done something erroneous, because I had two choices before and I X'd one out, put another one.
Well, as long as one is scratched out.
One is scratched out. Card.
Very good. Eleanor has...
Yes, we can have it. Yes.
That's 40,000 in 2 days. All right. $11,625. How about that? And Eleanor, who gave the answer that won the $30,000 for Maria yesterday, gave the answer that won the $10,000 today, and she's on a roll. And we'll be back with the champ and the stars right after this.
Some of the situation.
Now we want to find out where the big number is. All right, stars, would you all grab the tabs and give them a yank? Ready, set, go. David Nelson had it. That's where the big 3-0 was. Just to touch all bases here, this is the card that she won with, and book is indeed scratched out. You can't see it on your camera, on your tube, because it's a long shot. But anyway, we'll see you mañana, right? Gene Rayburn is inviting you to join us tomorrow.
And John Barrett says so much for the Match Game Hollywood Squares Hour.
A member of our studio audience will receive Benris Citation Super Thin Quartz Watches. Yellow gold tone case with black dial and jewel crown, furnished by Benris Watch Company. This is Rich Jeffries speaking for the Match Game Hollywood Squares Hour, a Mark Goodson television production.